Hello YouTube friends, it's been a while. Apologies for the outdoor setting and bird song, but the house is still a mess from our sewing business as I'm still dealing with the same financial and housing issues that have prioritized my attention for so long. But I'm here today to share some really exciting news for a change. Since late this spring, I've been working on a new book idea that I feel really has potential. When I sent it to friends, they read it in a single setting and loved it, and my agent is really positive about its potential for submission to publishers. I can't tell you too much about it just yet, except that it is a young adult thriller about two sisters, one of whom goes missing, and that for the first time in a long time, I feel truly seen in this project. A friend said, "I can feel how much you love this book in every sentence that I read." This book feels like something special. So much so that back in April/May, when I was still waiting to hear back from my agent about whether she even liked it or not, I submitted this book to a grant award called the Eleanor Taylor Bland Award. It's an annual grant of $2,000 run by the Sisters in Crime organization, given to an emerging writer of color. It's meant to help support a writer in crime fiction, writing, and building a career as an author. Last year's winner sold her debut novel and film rights in a 7-figure deal, and the one before that just launched her debut this spring. I didn't expect to hear much back from it except a rejection letter, sometime in the summer, but the application was free, so I figured I would shoot my shot. I didn't tell anyone I applied, except the friend that helped me polish my pages. Something I haven't told you guys, something I haven't had the opportunity to tell you guys, is that in my absence I've been going through some trauma related to my writing career. And it's only been in the past year or so that I've been able to truly begin to heal. Submitting to this grant was the first time I put my writing out there to be judged by anyone other than my agent since my trauma. This book in particular was the first one I took risks to create again. I put the most raw parts of me in this manuscript. I overcame my fear of being too much, too little, and not enough. So last week, I received an email from the committee, and I fully had expected it to be a form rejection. I couldn't believe it when the words, "The judges have made their selection," were followed by, "I am pleased to tell you that you were selected as a runner-up." I still can't believe it. I read the rest of the email in a daze, taking in that out of what I'm sure was an overwhelming amount of entries, the National Board of Sisters in Crime chose me and my book as one of the 5 most compelling entries aside from the single grant winner. I was told not to post anything publicly until they announced it in their official press release, but I texted all of my friends and cried in the bathroom for about an hour. I know it may seem silly to be this excited and honored over coming in as second place, but this doesn't feel like a disappointment to me. As of filming this, I do not know who the other winners are, but I am so excited to celebrate and support them. Of course, a grant of $2,000 would have been very helpful to me given all of my financial uncertainties and chaos, but I'm equally excited about the free membership and writer resources that I get as a runner-up. It includes monthly webinars on writing craft, which, as you know, is pretty much my favorite thing. What I'm most happy about is the fact that someone outside of my circle, an awards committee looking for the best of the best, and swamped with so many stories, looked at my book and saw something worthy of commendation. After working so hard just to believe in myself again, it feels incredible to know that others see my potential soon. If you are watching this video, that means the award details are live, and I'm probably screaming about it on all my other social networks, so please come join me and party with me, and please stay tuned and patient to hear more about this book and my journey by clicking subscribe and signing up for my newsletter, which I will link in the description. And if you'd like to also see my immediate, unedited reaction to reading the email and hearing this news for the first time, I shared the video that I texted to all of my friends the day of on my author TikTok. I'll also link that below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.